Welcome to Stanley, Scuba, Sailing, and Adventures. I started diving as a teenager and eventually decided to become a dive master. I started sailing as a young man and took many classes with the American Sailing Association and completed an offshore passage of over 1,000 miles non-stop. I love exploring and believe that life is an adventure. It is what you make it. I appreciate you joining me. Please hit that subscribe button. Enjoy. This is Scuba Diving Florida, West Palm dive site, Nuns. This was my first time diving the east coast of Florida and my first time diving Florida outside of the Gulf and the Keys. We actually did 2 drift dives on this trip, but my buddy and I missed our first drop and then were re-dropped a second time. The current was really ripping this day and we didn't get down quickly enough. On the second drop, I lost my GoPro, but luckily the original group was behind us and the dive master ended up bringing my GoPro back up with her. That's how I was able to record this second dive. We'd been waiting for several days for the weather to clear enough for a boat to go out, and this morning was the first morning any boats were going out diving. This was during our sailing trip and the failed attempt to make a crossing to the Bahamas as the weather window had collapsed. I was pleasantly surprised by the visibility, even considering the recent weather we had the visibility was pretty good. Here we're at a depth of about 75 or 80 feet at the bottom. Again, very pleasantly surprised. There was a lot of color, a lot of fish, and quite a variety of fish. I didn't expect to see anything like this this far north on the coast of Florida. The boat we were on was called The Wetter the Better. It was part of Walker's Dive Charters. Nice boat, great crew. We'd actually booked this dive charter through 4C Scuba Center in West Palm instead of booking directly with the charter. The booking process was not completely smooth and it took about a half a dozen phone calls to ensure that we would have tanks on the boat. I would definitely like to dive West Palm again. Next time I will probably use Walker's Dive Charters again, but probably just book directly with them. I'm hopeful that next time the current won't be quite as strong and I can slow down and enjoy things a little more. After the weather we'd had and the weather window collapsing for our crossing to the Bahamas, I was really happy to be in the water and diving. I'm really interested in others' experiences diving out of West Palm. I have another video, which I'll post in a couple weeks, where I finally did get to dive Blue Heron Bridge. We tried to dive it the same day as this dive, but the weather window just totally collapsed and it was all blown out. But luckily, I was able to make it back a couple weeks later and get to dive Blue Heron Bridge, which was a great experience as well. But I'm really interested if you've been diving off the coast here in West Palm. How do you like it? What have you seen? Other dive charters? Who's your favorite? Please comment and let me know. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment.